mean, they made a comeback happen, which made you grumpy for a week. So we can understand that they might be getting some attack rounds on the board.
I'm believing them when they say like, oh, you know, we're not playing serious, it's whatever, because I do think that, like, you know, some of the choices that they were making was a little bit side-eye, I'll be honest, especially on Consular, I believe it was. I was like, come on now. We're making some very one-dimensional pushes. DYA, the serious DYA this weekend. Let's see those mid-round shot calls come through, and let's see the repositionings happen a lot more quick, a lot more effective, and a lot more at your full power, your full force, your full hog. Starting with the basement, the stuff you love to see, of course, we are going to have the Echo Goyo smoke tubs alongside the castle to boot. It's a lovely little setup the gaming team are bringing. Default, but the castle barricades will add that extra little bit of spice. I imagine that's going to be an open area.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Have a lovely little extension and roam presence upstairs, is what you could assume, Hab.
Yeah, I would assume it's going to be on the top floor. It wouldn't really... Is that one... No... That already blow up? Okay, so the shotgun... The shotgun opening up the walls actually removed one Goyo pocket. It's not an ideal start. It's not the end of the world, but... Yeah, there's definitely, you know, 30 seconds in that area that they cannot deny that they otherwise might have been able to do. See if that will impact the round eventually. Some bit of hesitation there where I was like, can I actually walk through this in prep phase? Because friendly fire and, like, you know, damage has been turned off. But, it's like, it's still fire, you know?
No, 100%. Sometimes it happens. Mistakes happen. Denster with a very, very long peek here. That only gets to cover a lot of that kitchen and that kind of window push into open area. Also gets to cover the skylight. You should know and hear Balder is just above him. Should be prepared for that. Yes, he is. He is aware. Beeper's given away. And they are going to start to try and contest against him. They are going to try and pressure him a bit more as a team. Devil's getting a little bit cheeky around the corner here. Consent to smoke, but again, you've heard that it is indeed a glass. That sound is undeniable. Marat's falling to the hands of Sleben as his hatches start to open. Denster has backed off significantly.
Ooh. Oh, the impact! Gotta catch them all. This Devils is being shut down on the back of it. He was going for some quick back and forths. And we'll be recovered, so we'll be able to fight. And with a minute 30, I mean, there's plenty of time here for the side of the Avoli to get something done. It's more of a, how can they get it done? Because they use the Selmas to open up that one hatch. And one Selma left, not enough to open up another. And his Devils on the glass is trying to desperately find something. Nothing is being given to him currently. With that minute that is on the board. They have so much time of figuring out what's going on, but Sleben is just all the way up on the top floor on that roaming position, has the opportunity to strike in big. And the question now is just where are they going to be descending from? Because if it's anywhere near Sleben, they suddenly might have a UMP in their backs.
Ghosty popping up, dealing with Devils. Again, yes, Skyfer trying to push down. Sleben dealt with. Arkle waiting for him, ready and waiting. Rauer dealing with Skyfer. Swing around the corner with the shotgun, takes him out from the back. Arkle, bless him, left in a 1 versus 4. Gets his one piece towards Denster. Tries to find a follow-up. Ghosty falling into the fire. That's going to finish him off. 1 versus 2 certainly doable, but not with 10 seconds and not when that kit is out cold in no man's land. Shed finishing things off. Good start there from gaming team. But DYA, they were very quick on the approach. They were very quick on the uptake. And again, that's something I do like to see. Yes, they lost the round, but from the get-go, as soon as they had that info about Denster, they were like, right, go, go, go. Pinch him out, deal with him. And that's the initiative you like to see. That's the initiative you want them to take, especially given how much they were dilly-dallying last weekend when they were, again, quote-unquote, not taking it seriously.
A favorite excuse to keep repeating. Now both playing with a sub. I mean, it's unfortunate. Sometimes life just gets in the way. And then at least your opponent is also playing with a sub, I guess. Which makes for an interesting game. First round on the board. Pretty comfortable by the side of gaming team. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Utility wasn't really there on the side of DYA to open up everything they needed.
Razor wire up!
And you just saw them kind of just, you know, running into the wall and being like, okay, well, what do we have to get through this? I struggled there, as we will know.
Again,
swapping mags.
Gaming team really putting the reliance on the kit that they want to play around, as expected. It would feel weird to me if they showed up in this tournament and weren't a utility-focused team, to be honest. Again, given the beautiful things we've seen in the past. And the mixed experience between a lot of these players as well, you know, we've got T1 experience in there. Devils and Rara both have been dropped. You've lost the glass, you've lost the mirror. I'd argue the glass is a bit more of an oof though. Again, you need that kind of kit to establish a nice little pocket of pressure. Yes, you've lost a mirror, you've lost a body, but those mirror windows will still be out and about for people to play around. Elder dealing with Denstra as well. Lovely little cleanup happening. Can he find a follow-up? Can he find a third? Yes, he can. Shed. He's going to go down. Plant's going down as well. Sleben all for it to do now because Ghosty has fallen. And this is going to be a very awkward post plant. 1 versus 4. They know vaguely where he is. And they certainly do now. Popping up surprise attack like a meerkat. Deals with Alder. Can he find more of these heads? Can he find more of these bodies? Desperately going for a spray and pray. Needs to be careful though. Murat's being used as essentially a live drone here. On that Monty, fully extended, just stood on the table, feeding info to his teammates. There we go, there's another one. Can he deal with this Monty? He's trying to bait it. They're almost taunting him right now. There we are, Skyfer. Popping up from electrical to get that final blow. They made it look easy because it was, again, 1 versus 4. Very, very clunky. It's a little bit ominous, to be honest, to push into that post plan and there's just a Monty on the table watching you the entire time. One might get stage fright in those moments, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it was a very kind of chaotic round all the way around. The gunfights were just happening everywhere. Bullets were flying through the entire map, even just hitting strays. Gaming team kind of caught off guard there. So, back to 1-1 we go. DYA to get themselves an attacking round. This is for the first time in the last 3 games that they are not going to be suffering an 0-6 opening half. It's a depressing stat when you think of it.
Yeah, I will. Okay, credit where credit's due, and I'll throw my hat down here, right?
Yeah.
Where credit's due.
10 seconds remaining.
They're playing these attacks better than last weekend. So when they were like, oh, it's whatever, blah 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 blah, like, okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. You actually doing some really nice things. You're bringing the right kit. The timing's on it. You're having these calls come through, and you're making really good shot calls from it. It is a lot better than what we saw last weekend. So granted, hats off to DYA. It's looking proper now. It's looking proper.
Off we go into round number 3. Top floor, the site of choice, of preference that gaming team want to defend. Murat's the first to enter, the top performer on the side of DYA. Has been having incredible group stages, even though his team has not really been able to put up the numbers that he might wanted to. And he's just waiting patiently, whilst the wall's being opened up by Thermite. Playing around with a pistol. Does that mean he's also running a shotgun? Question mark. Or is it just to run quicker? Yokai drone running by. Okay, it is the 5.56xi. For a second there, I thought that Ard, as he goes down by Rawa, might have been using the shotgun. Not the case. And the SMG-11 just too strong. The smoke canister coming in will be forcing Murat back slightly. Actually, no, it bounced off the wall. As Denster will find Scyther, that at least brings it towards a 5v3, very much in favor of Gaming Team. A bit of the opposite compared to last round, as Devil slowly starting to go through the smoke. And tossing another to cover his own tracks. Aware of the fact that someone's down below, but that is just a distraction right now. You cannot really afford to go hunting. You need to attack the site. And as Murat is playing bunny hop with his talent shields, he's edging closer and closer towards the site. 2 of 3 smoke canisters used already. Still 2 yokai drones available for shed. Those should be used as Arx takes down a crucial headshot onto Denster. Brings it back to at least one more number. Devils holding off the long hallway as well, hoping to stop whatever might be happening. The yokai drones are being positioned as Rawa has to go quick, finds a kill. The grenade might actually get the better end of him, but at least he managed to find a diffuser that now needs to be picked back up. And Devils and Arx both finding themselves on the back of the top of square. And as they need to move in, with the timer running out, the yokai drones providing some stuns. It's Devils to fall to Ghost and Slemon to pick up Arcs, and Gaming Team to find their second round.
Really, really good job from Gaming Team. Again, just throwing up that util as well, ducking and diving around it. Not really being pressured too much. Again, unfortunately, because of the bodies dropping, it became very 1D from DYA. A call didn't come through to be like, okay, here's the plan. We're going to pinch or at least try and go a bit more aggro together as a duo play into a side like that. Difficult when you've got such mixed utility like that as well in those moments. Great work from Gaming Team though. A little bit of a whiffage from Rawa with the nade kind of coming towards him and him kind of low-key walking into the nade and just being like, oh no, what can I do here? It happens, and again, that was a really well-timed nade coming out from DYA.
Attackers need to locate.
The Gaming Team secured the round regardless. Now they're going back down to basement. I like the fact that the third ban has been a Monty as well from the side of Gaming Team. After DYA were doing their best Dalek impression in that kind of kitchen area in service. Goodness me. The basement with an added bit of mirror. Actually, mirror on basement is a very old way to approach things on bank, but it is a precarious thing to see people kind of placing that mirror on that wall. Often it is just to kind of mess up the breach, right? It's to just kind of cause a little bit of a kerfuffle when it comes to the attack actually trying to hard breach from server into that kind of default execute. It can kind of mess things up a little bit. It can kind of cause a bit of annoyance, especially as you're trying to, you know, bash out the window, or they can pop the window, and then it makes it even more clunky to try and get that wall open. Also allows you to have that very, very classic overlook. Typically people kind of play, you know, the toxic faves, maybe some Chanka nowadays, setting a util there, but you can play behind that mirror window and also deny with the C4s. It's a very old school approach to this site.
A little bit of damage done towards the ace. The main worry I had last time around was the lack of opening the hatches. Definitely will be more than easy to do now with a ace, a fuse. Sleb. he was just ready, and he's not going to be able to find a second, but the Nitrocell definitely will. Somehow Marats will be able to be just in time. The drop through already came in. The smoke is there to at least protect Sleben, so he can be picked back up. Good piece of utility usage there, but that diffuser is now down cold. And that diffuser is now down cold inside the stock. That will require them to go for a bit of a hike overwards. But honestly, Sleben, like, fair play to him. He pre-fired that hatch, that corner, exactly as that breach went through, and finds a kill on the back of it.
It's really quick thinking, and again shows the experience of that player for sure. Tempted Devils to pressure. Ooh, could have got a little cheeky shot going there. Does follow up. Finds Denster. Deals with him. They know at least one of those players is on the glass pushing from the server side. And Maratz and Axel, they have to try and find something here. Okay, do we drop those hatches? Do we risk it? Or do we try and go down main? Ooh, you've lost the glass now. You've lost that extra dimension of pressure. What will they do, Hap?
It's a big question. Two of them low on HP. About a minute left as the fire still ready to be popped. You kind of want to get rid of that, Maratz, because if you leave that be, you will be walking into a sea of flames. And Arx is going to try and see if he can slowly back into the fight as he will find Rawa. That's a smoke off the board. A grenade now used to get rid of that fire. Gives him the opportunity to move in the final seconds. Maratz drops. Hipfire headshots one. And now it's only up to Ghosty in a 1v2. He falls back into the side. We'll find one as they push us through the fire. And now with 20 seconds, Ghosty, he retreats to the vault. As the plant is attempted, Maratz versus Ghosty in a 1v1. There comes the Nitro. That's going to be enough. Ghosty clutches it out to get for Gaming Team. And they put yet another round on the board.
Lush. Again, despite the best efforts of DYA in those moments, I think that really has been a lovely thing to behold all weekend, is how, you know, every map, I'd say, that we've seen this weekend, there have been rounds where it's been a lot closer than we realise. And there's been so much potential of the round going either way. We're already kind of seeing that between these two. But again, it's to be expected at this point. This has been such a great little showing of rosters in this tournament. Best South Breach yet, in my opinion. And it's only going to get spicier. It's only going to get heat. I mean, tomorrow is going to be absolutely unhinged. Remember, this is a lower bracket. First time we see that tomorrow, right? It's going to be people, they're back against the wall, throwing everything they have at each other. Especially when you've got, again, good intentions of Project Zero there already.
Both teams who you said were ready for EML.
I will still say by that statement, you know, good intentions control me all they want, but I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
I'm just trolling you.
I will forever be Oscar's #1 fan.
3-1 Gaming Team. Great comeback in that round. As they have only had an opportunity to push it their way. Thanks to beautiful play coming in as well from Maratz, jumping in.
Oh, bit of a behind-the-scenes bit of info from Denster. Changes resolution and his sensitivity.
I was gonna say, does it mean like he cannot move? Like, like, you know, he's stuck, or is he just he's locked in? Okay, no. You know, like my boomer once again shows as Arx finding Ghosty. At least I know what 6-7 means now, you know? Like, little things. That's important. Oh.
I like how that's been your main, like, your main little moment of joy this week. Learning what 6-7 means. Ooh, Rower. Beautiful stuff. Devil's going down. Are you aware of the threat round the corner? You are now. Axel desperately trying to find someone, but Rower dealing with Maratz as well. Absolute menace. Axel trying to hunt him down. Can't do it. Shed is there. Pops him down as well. Teamwork makes the dream work. Have all those angles covered. What can Alder do? What can Skyfer do? They're very far apart from one another. Could try and go for a pinch towards meeting and trying to find some of these heads, but what info do you have?
This is just one of those rounds where your entire push falls apart because you're trying to roam clear and there's just a dude with a scorpion going absolutely mental. He's gonna be found again, probably. No, he's been stunned, but it stays with that. Scyther pushing up towards SodaStream hallway. One falls more into the hands of Gaming Team. He saw someone run by. And as he steps into a mine, or barbed wire, that is, Scyther gives away his play. Again, as he walks by. 35 seconds. There's still quite a bit to do, and deciding to maybe just instead hit the site rather than trying to clear out these roamers who I believe have all already fallen back and playing on the site. 25 seconds. Just now they're starting to look at what is actually around on the first floor and realizing that all these angles are going to be contested by the 3 remaining players. He one snucks in. He's actually firing against Denster across the wall. 8 seconds. They need to get that plan down. A crucial kill to come in as Saiter will find one for himself as well. But Sleben, the last man standing, is waiting for time. 10-0. Saiter through the wall. The 6th sense popped up and takes him out, clutches out the round for Diavoli. And Sleben, he played it almost perfectly. He was just waiting for the timer to hit 0 to go for a swing.
Luckiest man of the day, I fear. Flick up, spray and pray through the soft wall. And it's the correct soft wall. Only Cam giving info was Tellers. I think somebody should be opening their alpha packs tonight, if I'm honest. That is crazy good luck by the split second. How many gorgeous moments of, oh my goodness, how did they do that with the slightest bit of time left have we seen today? We have certainly been gifted. I said at the start this was going to be a fun day of Siege.
We've had some incredible games like the 0.02 pistol whip.
That's why that was absolutely just... Yeah, no, that was just... I'm going to be rewatching that over and over again later. And again, it's these moments where it's like, if you've got those alpha packs saved up, that's the night that you're like, yeah, okay, the luck is rolling. I'm going to start spamming these openers.
Okay. Diavoli getting away with a bit of thievery out there. And gaming team. Plus already having secure 3 rounds. I would love to have 4.
Anti-wall being opened. Nice and swiftly. Denial. Don't really see anyone that's going to be too pressured by that just yet. Sleben does have to be careful. Ghosty has dealt with Devils. That's the Capital off the board. Massively unfortunate. That's a lot of utility that's very, very useful. Already taken from the hands of Diavoli. Toxic Babe going out. Denari's used as well. Maratz is going to be slowed down a bit on this approach. Maybe a bit of backup on that window rappel. Maybe needed, especially as Denster's looking to try and contest this a little bit more aggressively. You want Arxel to try and cover your back a little bit as you try and push your way through this heavy utility setup that's been brought. Nolda in the lobby might be able to give a bit more shot too, but again, it's 1D from Diavoli. Very, very 1D. Yes, you got the window repel from Skyfer, but gaming team, they just have to focus pretty much in one direction. They'll hear if Skyfer tries to come in.
Alright. Oh, so low HP on that shield. Has to unshield here and there. Takes a little bit of damage onto Rawa before he drops him. For 35 seconds. Saiter is still on repel. The fuse are now dropped and Arx having to go for a pickup. It is not looking good for the side of Diavoli, and it seems like a 2-4 is the only action this can go. The fire is coming through from the actual lobby. Will be punished. But with 16 seconds left and barely any HP to his name, Saiter, once he clutched out that previous round, is not going to be surviving this one. Sleben takes him out before he even enters the building and sends him back down. 4-2 for gaming team. as the first half concludes.
Again, this is just the issue. Yes, you've got Sky from those windows, but realistically for gaming team, and you know, all those bodies are coming pretty 1D at this point. There's been no pressure on the Skylight side, no pressure coming into stock. You're just like, okay, they just come in from the front, I guess, and then we'll hear the one dude, you know, rappel in if he does. In the end there, yes, you just hear it, that little kind of rope being set taut, and you just go, okay, I'll just swing, get my freebie, there we go, job's done. Diavole, it was something that I was a bit concerned about last weekend, right? How 1D stuff got at times, how one-dimensional. You do need to give yourself a lot of different options. And if your options are running thin, it's okay to go for a shot call and get everyone to rotate, right? That's what they need to get going here.
Alrighty then. Diavole on that defense. We've seen what they can do here. They've had a nice little comeback. For some nice, for others it was very frustrating, I guess. I thought it was nice. Hibana, ace, band on Diavole, showing that they want to be hindering that heart breach. It's going to force the attackers to basically use the heart breach gadgets as much as they can. Maybe in combination with a thermite on some of these sites, not necessary for this, however. A total of up to 5 hatches will have to be breached in a single wall. And for that wall, they're bringing the thermite.
5 seconds left.
They're actually going to be using it. Now, one of those hatches is left off, so that makes 4 hatches still left to be breached. Gaming team have that 2-round advantage. They'll be looking to make that most of it.
I want to know how cheeky Diavole are going to get on this defense, right? How... Yes, we've got a bit of extension. Arxel is upstairs. I was wondering if we'll start to see some spicier shenanigans from them. Now they're going up that defensive side. Time being in their favour, of course. Does allow you to kind of set the tone a bit if you want to suddenly get a bit aggro on those entries. Certainly between Arxel and Skyfer, they have the means to do so. Enster not going to be too contested by himself in server, but he was on the glass. You might see a bit of rotation come through from the Diavole just to apply pressure from the back onto him. But holding on to open is extra important. Yes, they've got server control, but they need those hatches as well 9 times out of 10. Just to give you a little bit more cover. A little bit more denial as well if Diavole try and push from the back. Then so ready and waiting. Wait, just need to pop up from behind that shield. They are with the Tachanka. So much fire use in this basement nowadays.
This doesn't seem good for gaming team. They haven't been able to do with anything with open area. Just lost out on shed as well. Of course, they have the diffuser parked up at the door, but they don't have hatch control. And that means that hatch can be used against them, and Zerawa wanted to go for a bit of a reverse plant attempt. That gets removed by Devils. And he just keeps tapping away at things as... Well, there's only 3 members left on the side of gaming team. 45 seconds on the round to see if something can happen, and then another Goya pocket pops. Sleben only just now starting to put a little bit of pressure towards the open area. He deals a lot of damage, but he's not able to get the kill quite confirmed yet. As he's down to quite literally 1 HP, the hatch drops come in. Ghosty trying to go for the plan, but he's the last man alive on this actual ground floor, so he has to be careful with his moves. 20 seconds as he tries to go for some pre-fires, but he's not able to find anything. Beautiful shot onto Devils all the way in the garage as both him and Sleben are all down to 1 HP. Now he cannot even afford to run through the fire to try and make this plant stick. The plant and the cover, it needs to be on, but with the time that's left and a nitrocell to swing in, it's just not going to happen. And Diavole close out what is a very comfortable round.
Yeah, gorgeous stuff there. Just playing around the utility and playing it proper, right? Again, crossing your T's, dotting your I's. You don't have to do too much there. Really appreciated that they held on to the space they wanted to take for as long as possible as well. Gaming team being a bit stagnant there, to be honest, in the round. They've only now nipping at the heels. Pushing their way towards equalizing. It's just on the horizon. Remember, this is their map pick. Typically, you do expect teams to take their map pick. Again, already, you know, credit where credit's due, this has been a lot better from last week. So I guess they weren't lying when they said, hey, this isn't our full form, don't you worry. Clash being brought out now, and again, Clash has been such a menace on this top floor hold. We've seen it both weekends. Again, it's something that people do like to do nowadays. Gives you a lot of cover. You can't get that Kanto wall open. It does make the game a lot more difficult. Again, you've got to really try and dislodge her. If you don't have a Capitao or utility to aid you in that battle, you have to go for a pinch. That's why opening up the long lines of sight that Bank does gift you, if you've got the right kit, can be an added bonus. No Hibana though, no Ace. So that has made it a little bit more difficult, right? Because you don't have that throwable utility that you'd normally be able to open up the Kanto wall with.
Stay behind me.
It's impossible to get that high with static util. That's really sensible plays. And bans, to be honest, coming out from Diavolia as well.
Again, they wanted to hamper the heart breach capability. I don't know if that was partially the reason why they decided to just not go through open area, but it just feels like such a weird decision to let them have that area and not bother about it. Like, we were talking about missed attacks where, you know, it was like, okay, why no Twitch? Why you bring Bravo? And now I'm talking about, like, that attack. It's like, why just ignore it? Like, so much denial on the board. The only way to really counter that is by having that vertical control, forcing people off, being able to just get utility a little bit deeper. And the Slevin repels in, he almost goes down. Painful for Rawa here, as he is forced to go up. Luckily Ghosty and Denster both pick up a kill, but Arcs coming up from the back line. Now on the top of square as Ghosty is sending shots down range. They have sight somewhat under control, but Meretz and all both pick it up, another kill. And they're going to be making things a little bit more difficult here. Yokai coming in around the corner at the moment. The Blitz wanted to make a move. Is going to make him lose his life. Ghosty, as he gets stunned, aware of the fact that one probably is hiding inside of elevator. But where is the Clash is that big question. Walking around with their shield now, trying to find a bit of a bait. And the Yokai drones following Ghosty's every move. And there's nothing he can do. Because if he plants, the shield will be put away. If he decides to hunt one, the other will follow. And as he stops the plant, the Yokai will stop him. Will stun him once more. And this is just a pain, slow, and annoying death that Ghosty is going to be having. Again, he knows where the Echo is. But as soon as he peeks towards it, the shield is going to be put towards the back. And thus the other will swing to confirm the round. Playing with their food, really.
Yeah, no, that's bullying. Like, I'm here for it. Equalizing now, Diavole, this entire map have had these lovely moments where they're just like, well, we've got the util, what are you going to do about it? What are you actually going to do about it? And gaming team kind of be being backed against the wall in those 1vx's against shield utility, right? Again, think about that Monty. When Diavolo were attacking, they got the plant down, and Monty was just stood on the table feeding information the entire time, like an ominous Dalek. And then, now we've had the kind of opposite of that, right? Echo, bullying, sending those yokais, and then the Clash constantly zapping away at him. What can you even do in that moment? You're the Grim, yes, you've got bees.
Sadly, they don't sting.
They don't sting, they do not sting. They're stingless. And Diavole. It's great work. Even before that kind of, 1v2. Diavole, to get to that point, the comms were coming through so quickly. And it wasn't just in those final moments that the yokai was being used to bully gaming team. We saw the yokai being used to knock that blitz shield
Attackers are heading out
and allow them to collect that kill to blitz. Again, that is good communication coming out from that team. Very sharp, very precise, very on it. And precisely the way that they should be starting this playoffs bracket. You have a concern when teams do the whole, oh, we're not taking it serious thing. They feel like those concerns are slightly gone now. Diavole redeeming themselves.
As they find themselves 4-4. To be honest, the Texas gaming team so far haven't really put up the pressure as much as we wanted to see for Diavole. That means for now they can just continue to go on what is quite a comfortable defensive half for them. So I'm kind of wanting to see their actual setup really stressed to the limit. Because that just hasn't been the case. As Denster using the exothermic to open up, and I mean, this might be actually where you can see the difference in the fact that subs are coming in. Those trades are coming through and we're playing a 4-on-4 right now. And Shed already quite low on that Montaigne.
Stay behind me.
A bit of a quiet before the storm. Gaming team standing up a little bit. Denster still in that back alley. Nade's coming out to try and deal with the util on the other side of this wall. They want to get that wall open as quickly as possible, potentially. Denster could potentially push into electrical and get it open, but they know it's a mute jammer. Sometimes it is just like little bits of utility that can really be a little bit of a hindrance to the plan that you wanted to take.
Special charge. Stay clear.
So the shot call needs to come through. Yes, one body dropped on either side. Ball coming out now. Rao should be able to get in the building. The C4 to the face of Shed. Not ideal. You've lost that Montaigne now, Hap.
Denster's just trying to pull that trigger, but the Tiburao making sure it's just not going. Staying freezing. There we go, finally pops off, but then another Tiburao comes in, all taking down yet another Denster, quite low on HP as well, and Diavole once again finding themselves with a pretty easy and calm and uncontested defense round as the shotgun around the corner puts a dot on the I and takes out Denster as well. Diavole, they lead by a single round. But again, these last 3 rounds, relatively uncontested, relatively calm. And gaming team not able to hit the mark.
I don't believe we've had a timeout from gaming team, right?
No. We haven't had one.
The Valkyrie being banned. I feel too much info is being fed to Diavole right now.
Don't think that's the issue.
Glass, I don't think that's the issue either. But Glass being removed from the pockets of gaming team, though. You've lost that little bit of a wild card. Especially when it comes to solo contention.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
The Rat Aura coming out. Might be changed.
Did you just
See
say
if that
Rat
sticks.
Aura?
Rat Aura.
That was a little
There was no T involved in that sentence at all.
Floor secured.
No T at
there
all.
was a T in the
No,
sentence.
you're
coming
thinking-
out.
You're thinking
T
ball
in the
water
end there.
accents. That's not my accent.
I'm just saying there was a T in that sentence.
I don't know if there was, but I'll.
When you say
okay.
coming out, there's definitely a T in there. Not in the rah maybe, but definitely in the sentence.
For goodness sake. Raura coming out to play.
Yeah. 2 T's.
Dom panels could potentially be used to split the site in half. Be used in a lot of different ways, depending on how
Reloading!
creative you want to be. I'm very curious to see where Sleben's going to end up playing around that kit. Especially when they've got the Nook to boot. You see, you've got the Sens, the Aura, which is going to cut off lines of sight. That's loads of util for doing so, right? Then you've got the spice that comes with those Candelas. The spice that comes with a Nook backstab, you'd assume. What a gaming team cooking here. Very, very excited to see how this goes. Attack from the back.
But now it could also be like some leftover ingredients in the fridge that are all thrown together into a stew. See how it works out. Again, like, their attacks haven't been that good throughout this game so far. At least there is a lot more pressure towards the first floor now, which I really do appreciate. The grenade instantly used to get rid of some of the Goya pockets as well, which is a good move, because this buys them so much time. Like, them taking open area not only alleviates pressure from your attack, but it also saves you about 40 seconds later down the line when you want to go for the execute, because all that fire isn't there. A minute left now. Sleben, patiently waiting on the main stairs as he's looking for his prey. As of course the Dom panel able to be used, the shed looking to drop down the vault hatch, the Candelas are coming through together with the ROU, kind of gives away the game as Ghosty will find himself with an entry kill. The FNAT blinds him, but trades are coming through on both sides. We're in a 4-on-3 situation, make that 2 in favor of gaming team, as it's only up to Og now, and he's playing in the back of the side, has the opportunity to go big, but goes home instead. Sleben finds the last kill, and the execute this time on point from the side of gaming team. That's the first solid attack we've seen from them.
And well-timed pressure. That's all it takes sometimes when you're on those approaches. And again, you know, you're bringing things like the Candela out. Sometimes you need that extra little bit of spice. They are really sticking with this Raora. Low-key here for it. Again, Diavolo choosing to go back down to the basement.
Attackers
Feeling like they're going to be a bit more well prepared this time. No Candelas unless they go for the repick. Blackbeard instead, no Nook either. They realise, okay, well, we didn't really get too much bang for our buck with the aggressive util. Maybe we can take something a little bit more, not much passive, but calm, shall we say. Oh, no, there we go. The Candela's coming out alongside the Sens discs. And the Twitch drones. Of course, again, Ghosty will have to clear all of that Vulcan utility set around the doorway, set around those areas where you are looking at collapsing in those final moments. It can be such a time waste. If you can get rid of that ASAP, it's going to give you a massive benefit to your team. Ghosty being a little bit of a super sub today. 10 picks across 10 rounds. Perfect 1 KPR alongside Sledman. Certainly has been a super sub, Hap.
He's definitely been doing well. He's been getting those kills in, carrying his weight. That's all you really want from your substitute. Just that he does, you know, that minimum of just getting that 1 kill per round. Because that way, you know, you don't have to worry about it. He's at least getting his 1. He's doing his part of the strategy. And he's taking what needs to be done. This time, a more wide attack. No, already a drone there. He's like, I'm just going to pre-place it. Stencer will find Arcs. That's going to be the first one to fall. Entry kill, this time for gaming team. And after 3 rounds of them struggling on their attacks, just found some ground, they've just found some pace, they've just found some finesse, and they're looking to continue that. This next attacking round, hatches to be opened up as course, running it back towards that basement. Slevin just waiting patiently on the main stairs, hoping someone is feeling adventurous enough to come try and find him.
Frag grenade out.
I'm risking it though. And I like that sensible approach from DYA. Minding their manners. The elevator hatch gets opened, opening their options up towards the back. That call should come through. So Maratz can position himself to send the mollies the other side. You've got to be careful though. This is where you really need the info on that defense. You need to know, okay, 50-50 split where I'm throwing these mollies. At least I got 20 of them, but I've already used one. Potentially he just does a little bit of helicoptering action, sending mollies either side. It's the beauty of taking so much kit like that. Both sides preparing for what's going to be a very quick execute. There we go. Sensible going out. A little bit of the old bait and switch. Pressure from the back. It's going to give them this breathing space to have this plant go down. They're trying to find it. Shed a little bit too cautious, I fear. The Dom panel applying pressure there from the main stairs. It's been shut down on the side of gaming team. Not as confident to stick that plan and getting caught off guard by the fire. Now Slevin left it at 1 versus 4. It's all falling apart. It was looking pretty decent. It was looking like it was going to be an admirable attempt. DYA don't even have to sweat there.
The round ends, and indeed, DYA didn't have to sweat. It's like the first 3 rounds where they were able to just chill on the site, and things came towards them. Now they find themselves on match point, and we need gaming team to pull out another amazing play where everything just connects, where they have faith in one another, because that is actually what they could have lost on the round here. Like the cover was there for the nitrocell, albeit it was a bit dodgy, but because of that they went off the plant, and if they didn't, it would have been stuck, and it would have been 45 seconds counting for the defense, not for the attack.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
That aside,
attackers.
things happen, and understandably when the nitro lands next to you, you want to run as quickly as you possibly can. And now 1 round to decide whether overtime is needed for this first map. Or if the DYA are sending us over towards Lair with a 1 map advantage.
All secured.
And again for DYA. It's not like they won't go to there. They've shown it twice. They won it once, they lost it once. So that map in itself really could still be either way. Granted, you know, it is one of the better maps for gaming team. They do like to have a little bit of flair and pizzazz on it. It does make sense given, you know, you look at the players in that roster and what they bring to the table. Laird does feel like it's a decent attempt at having a lovely little playing field. They themselves, you know, they won 7-5, I believe it was, against Panahone on Lair. Very, very good showing. DYA, they could surprise them. They could take them by the horns a little bit. This gaming team needs to hold on to this. Granted, yes, you're playing with a sub, but Ghosty has put on a phenomenal showing. We've said this already. It's not been too much of a hindrance at all. Let's see how this goes, Hap.
Let's see, indeed. Gaming team have to lock in.
I'm reloading.
A little bit of damage done towards all sitting inside of that elevator shaft. It's a very long angle that Ghosty is actually trying to play here. It's keeping him at bay, but I don't think he had any intention of leaving that elevator anytime soon, because he's playing around on that echo. It's probably the safest place for him to be. Shed is actually ascending the spiral stairs. Flashbangs and candelas and smokes are all starting to come into the side. This could be an execute in the making as Rawa's looking to enter stock shed, taking loads of damage as he's looking to find himself a way inside. As Slevin will find the very first kill. Marat goes down as well as Denster's finally traded. A nitro cell comes over the top, but it's not going to do the damage necessary to take down Shed. A triple kill from Slevin to open things up, and suddenly it is Gaming Team just exploding all over the site and bringing us to overtime.
Lovely stuff. I feel like we would have been a bit upset if we didn't get that overtime, to be honest. I think, again, this is a lovely little matchup between these two. Very, very fun teams to watch. Want to see it go the full way. Want to see it go the full hog. Gaming Team. They're going to have to go to basement again to start off this overtime. And again, last round, they went here. I just wanted them to be a little bit more confident. We saw a lot of hesitance.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Again, I think for a team where you know the vibes are going to be super high behind the scenes, you don't really want them to have that hesitance. You want them to trust each other. Be like, yeah, okay, I'm going to plant. Don't you worry. I trust you. You're covering me. DYA again. Bread and butter. Bringing out the Warden vote, and I do love that. Again, it's a nice little reaction to the fact that they were trying to cheese it with the sentence the last round. It's going to be a really important piece of utility to deny this collapse that Gaming Team are cooking when we look at what they're bringing. They're at Aura the Sens again, the Grimbees.
Locate a bomb and defuse it.
Elder needs to stay alive. Could pull off a masterclass in Warden.
Fourth round. 4-2, 4-2 splits. Defense has been favored. A quick entry here from Slevin. Of course, the drones have gone by. Rawa's already in the opposite side near stock. All under control. The first kill comes in. Great kill. Scyther off the board. No more juggling of those F-nets. And as such, the drops come through. Back towards the site. Take your losses. Don't try and overstep. There's a drone giving away the play. The Devils is inside of the garage, and the Twitch drone he just shot earlier is going to be alerting him of the fact that someone could be coming. And it's Denster. He's trying to find a head, and he's just trying to triangulate exactly where this player is by moving the drone and seeing if he's in front of the hood of the car. A false back has been called. Gives Denser the opportunity to move in. Instantly will ring the phone, which is going to keep Devils at least slightly occupied. He thinks maybe no one's coming anymore. And now is the opportunity to dig yourself in deep. There come the ROUs, and that means an execute coming up. The bees come in as well as Arcs goes down. Another one to fall to Slevin. A great pickup. And a 1v5 now. Gaming Team on the edge of taking map point. As the plant attempted to turn it into 45 for the attack, but instead of flawless round, they don't even need the plant. And Gaming Team map point.
Pressure now on DYA. Going on to that attacker side. Again, the attacks are a lot better from DYA today. Certainly have pulled their socks up, and again, I think it's not an agreement. Okay, last weekend, not so serious, we get it. You have been cooking already today. But let's see you do it now, when the pressure's on your map pick to deny this win from the hands of Gaming Team. Bring us the full way. All 15 rounds. Can you do it? Aiming team locked in. Loads of util being invested. Extension with the castle as well. Even Shed going onto the wooden just in case. They bring that spice of their own. Don't want to risk King Candelas. Don't want to risk the Sens. Oh, Sens is banned actually.
Explosive order. Swapping
There we
back.
have it.
All reinforced.
Gives you a lot to play with at least.
Razor wire ready.
Sky from the Blackbeard. Very excited to see how that goes. Think he could really be a key piece of this puzzle here, Hap.
He could be a key piece. He can bring that aggression, of course, on that shield. It needs to be well-adjusted aggression. 11, by the way. He's nearing those 20 kills. Rama on 13, Ghost still on 10. Down to double digits on the side of gaming team is insane. Can he reach 20? It's going to be the big question. As Scyther spotting out the castle barricades. Okay, well, it's going to be a bit of a hole to try and get to, and actually inside of open area. And that's all just to waste time, to slow things down, to make sure that the Evoli aren't going to be able to do as much as they wanted to do as Slevin goes down by Scyther before he gets shut down. At least the Evoli, they managed to get themselves a one-man advantage in this round.
Time to ring some ears.
Something that's workable. And losing Scyther is not the worst in this case. Yes, powerful operator.
I'll let you blow it up.
But the utility on the others, probably more important to have. And now, with that 1 minute 40 left, the puzzle on site will commence.
Gadget on ice.
Loading new magazine. Reload.
Maybe they can hold on to it. And Shed has the wall. Has to be careful of this angle though. Is prone. Hitbox is collapsed. Or has dealt with Axel 3 versus 3. Even on both sides. Shed still in that prone position. Needs to be careful. Definitely here. The attempt of that wall being opened by Devils. It's where Ghosty can get into position as well. But you've got to be careful of that hatch.
Loading new magazine.
Rauer trying to get a good angle. 3 toxic babes in pocket. Really needs to try and deny this here. Devils dealing with Rauer. That's unfortunate. Beautiful pick there by Maratz as well. Shed now left on his 1. Has to be careful. Bit of info coming out as where Maratz is. But again, you know there's 2 players. You know you've got to deny this plan. Do you try and contest this? Do you try and get these 1 versus 1s going and allow yourself into the post EP? There we go. Devils will do it. All the way to that 15th round. Goodness me, Hap. This really could be anyone's.
It could be anyone's indeed. And I mean, the tough job is now going to be for gaming team. They have to get another attack on the board. I say after, I mean, it's like 7... No, three attack rounds and 7 rounds, so it's pretty even now, the way things are going. But we're getting close towards the end of this first map, and you know, whoever is going to be taking this is just going to have that little bit of extra steam going into map number 2. Like, losing 7-1 almost is better than losing 8-7. Because you're giving so much to get nothing out of it. Then you're heading towards a map 2 where everything is reset.
Reinforced wall.
Well, that's a very valid point, actually, because again, remember, winner of this will go ahead and go against Geeky.
10 seconds left.
So if you're showing everything, you're pulling everything out your pockets right now. Don't want to be overexposing something that could be a little trick up your sleeve when it comes to that best of 3, and at the same time, whoever loses has to go up against good intentions. So it's a nasty reality for either result, to be honest.
I would rather have the upper bracket, have the extra life. You know, It's just the best way to go about it. I was gonna like willingly choose to use the lower bracket to get through.
Reloading! Cover me!
Alright, Slevin, if you want to get your 20 kills, you gotta get 3 this round. No biggie. What is 3 kills when you already have 17? This gaming team slowly starting to move in. They're getting a little bit of an idea of what utility is down there. Mewjummer just spotted. Of course, the IQ has that opportunity to spot it out. Open area being the actual site means that top floor wall needs to be taken under control. Hey, look, that's a player inside the vault. Do they have someone that can lock him off if he decides to jump? Zol might actually think that he's just been left out to dry, that they don't know he's there. Decides to go for a drop. That means the top floor is being evacuated by the defense. Buy some space and some time for Shed to start looking and working on getting that control. His verticalities are opening up as well with boogies in the hands of Denster.
Stay close.
It's only a matter of time before the site will be receiving full attention.
Gotta reload.
Ghosty capitalizing on pressure dealing with Arc Toys. EPDs will still be up, they'll still be out and about, so you still do have to be careful. I do assume Slevin may have spotted them out though and would have called that to everyone, be careful, there are traps around. And specifically here they are. Again, they're aware of Devil's position, but can they find the right angle? Might need some pressure to come down Marble. Marat's waiting up close and personal with the shotgun on that window. And DYA clinging onto this, holding some really nice positioning, just waiting for gaming team to go for that collapse hap.
Yeah, 30 seconds. And a move needs to be made soon. Denser still waiting as he knows that Maratz is stuck inside this corner. Either he's going to get shot from the drop or he's going to get shot as soon as he tries to move in. The smoke canister is not quite connecting onto the Montaigne. Shed is the one that is bringing in that diffuser. And if they find Maratz, the plans can try to be commenced. It's a 1-on-5 situation as Saiter will find 2 for his efforts. Make that 3 because a Capcan trap will at least find something as well. Is this clutchable? Is the big question as the Montaigne and shields, and one is finding himself up above to play it vertically. He needs to be quick on finding that Montaigne. He opens up a little bit of an angle, but he's fully aware of the fact that everything is visible, and he's deciding to go upstairs. He's hauling it up there, but he's already on the top of the square. That's nowhere close to where the actual diffuser is being covered from, because as long as the Montaigne lives, there is no reason for Denster to be inside a stock and make this clutchable. Time is going to be running out, and not even that gaming team take map number 1 with an 8-7 fashion.
How many times this weekend, this day in fact, will we say close but no cigar? DYA, a really admirable attempt against Skyfer. You can see that the logic was there, but as soon as you start belting it upstairs, that's when that